Hello friends, this is Ashish and today I am going to discuss the assignment of ADA. So, the first question is, can you explain dynamic programming? Discuss the elements of dynamic programming and how does the dynamic programming differ by gradient approach. So, dynamic programming basically like divide and conquer method solves problem of combining the solution to subproblem. A dynamic programming is just an algorithm that solves every subproblems once and then saves its result in a table, thereby avoiding the work of recomputing answers every time a subproblem is encountered. Dynamic programming is an algorithm designing method that can be used when the solution to a problem can be viewed as a result of sequence of decisions. Dynamic programming is typically applied to optimization problem. In such problems there may be many possible solutions and we wish to find a solution which is optimal. What are the elements of dynamic programming? There are three elements: optimal substructure, overlapping subproblem and memorization. So what is optimal substructure? Basically, the first step in solving an optimization problem is the structure of optimal solution. A problem shows optimal substructure if an optimal solution to the problem contains within its optimal solution to subproblem. It is a good clue that the dynamic programming can be applied if a problem exhibits optimal substructure. The another one is overlapping subproblem. The second property of an optimization problem that must have for a dynamic programming to be applicable is that the space of subproblem must be small in the sense that a recursive algorithm for the problem solves the same subproblem over and over rather than always generating new subproblems. Generally, the number of distinct subproblems in a polynomial is in. Now, when a recursive algorithm visits the same problem over and over again, we will say that the optimization problem has overlapped some subproblems. Typically, dynamic programming algorithm tables advantage of overlapping subproblems by solving each subproblems once and then storing the solution in a table where it can be looked when needed. The third one is memorization. It is a variant method for taking the advantage of overlapping subproblem. Here the main idea is to memorize the natural, but it is so basically what are the difference between greedy method and dynamic method? You can pause the video and see what are the differences. Another question is problem related to reliability design. So for such a problems we firstly calculate UI, that is maximum number of copies, floor value of C minus summation Ci upon Ci plus 1, where C is cost and summation Ci is sum of all cost. As you can see 30 plus 15 plus 20 and remaining C minus Ci, it is 105 minus 65 is equal to 40. So from here we get the value of U1, U2 and U3 for device 1, device 2 and device 3 correspondingly. Then we will make a table of device, cost, reliability and the UI. After that we will use set method to solve the problem. Initially S0 will be 1, 0 because S is a subset of R, C. R is reliability and C is cost. As you all know that when cost is 0, the reliability of a system is 1. That's why S0 is equal to 1, 0. And after that we will consider the other reliability of the corresponding devices and their costs. So you can see how we are completing it, how we are calculating it, because I have solved each and every step. Like when for D2 device the number of copies are 1 and device number 2 S2 1, then how these values has come, because 0.72 is coming by multiplying 0.9 into 0.8 and the cost is 30 plus 15, So we are using the previous ones for getting the next ones. So you can pause the video, and each and every step is very clear, you can see. And also, what is denominating terms in H2 is equal to this set. You can see that when the reliability is increasing, the cost is increasing. But in the third one, 0.864, 60, the reliability is increasing but the cost is decreasing. That's why we are eliminating the term 0.792, 75, because it makes a problem in our system, and it is said that this is denominating term and we will remove it. Okay. And what is the out of budget? We know that if we used system number 1, then there must be have some cost of device number 1 associated. And in the question we are given that the maximum cost should be not more than 105. So if we consider device 1 and then device 2, then if we use 0.984, 105, then it will be from out of budget. That's why we are not using it, we are eliminating it. Similarly, you can see all the problems D1, D2, and for device 3, and you can see what are the S3 terms. And here we are also removing the denominating terms. And what are the maximum reliability? The reliability of the maximum is 0.648, 100. And we can see that how it came. 0.9 into 1 minus 1 0.8 square, 1 minus 1 minus 0.5 square. So number of copy for device 1 is 1, for device 2 is 2, and device 3 is 2 also. So the cost of the system is 100 and the reliability is 0.648. Let us move to the next question. What are the main idea of graph coloring problem? The basic idea of graph coloring is nothing but a simple way of labeling graph components such as vertices, edges, and region, so that no two adjacent vertices regions have same color. You can pause the video and see the other theory sections, and you can see the examples where we have 4 vertices and we have to put red and green color in such a way that no two consecutive or corresponding terms have same color. And also you can see the sub problems of C. Example number 2, where we have 5 vertices and 3 colors, so we can put in this in this way. Next question is backtracking. Using backtracking we have to solve 8 queen problem. So what is 8 queen problem? It is an arrangement of 8 queens on a standard 8x8 chessboard so that no two queens attack on each other. You can pause the video and see other portion of the theory. I will move further. Solution of 8 queen problem. What are the solution? The solution is that whenever place a queen in a chessboard, mark that particular in a solution. At the end of the solution, print it as a matrix, and the marked cell will show the position of the queen in the chessboard. What are the algorithm? So algorithm is very simple. Place the queen column wise starting from leftmost column. If all queens are placed, return true and print the solution. Else try all the rows in a current column. Check if queen can be placed here safely. If yes, mark the current position cell in a solution matrix as 1 and try to solve the problem similarly. If placing queen in above step lead to solution, return true, otherwise return false. And if all the rows and column are tried and nothing worked, then return false and print no solution. This is the 8x8 chessboard, and this is the one of the solution. There are total 12 solutions for 8 queen problem, and one of them is this. You can see that every queen is in different row, different column, and they are not attacking via any diagonal. Another one is creating a B tree, insertion of nodes in a B tree. So here we are given many number of these keys, and we have to make a five way because degree of B tree here in the question is given as 4. So we know that if degree is 5, then the maximum number of k in a node is m minus 1, that is 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So insert 4, then 4 comma 2, according to binary search tree property, that in left side it should be a lower value, in right side it should be the greater value than the root value. So insert all these, and when 7 is inserted, after that 15 is inserted, and we know that maximum allowed limit in a single node is 4. So that's why this node is split into 2, and the center element will be act as a parent. Similarly 21 and other are being inserted. So you can see how it is going on. The main concept is the same, that maximum allowed keys in a single node is 4, and if the keys are greater than 4, then the node is splitted into the 2 parts, and the center element will act as a root node, and it will go upper. And we have to know, we should focus that the leaf elements of a B tree must be in a same level. This is the very important property of a B tree. You can see what is PNP and completeness. This is a theory problem. So basically you can see the video. You can pause and read it first, because it's very simple. So this is the end of the video, friends. Please share, subscribe and like to my videos. Thank you, friends.